we continue through the Saxon poets Vīta Carolī Liber, and in the previous video, the narrative talked about how Charlemagne had responded to the Saxon attack on Adisburg by making his own attack upon Siegburg, and he was successful. So it picks up after his victory at Siegburg. And as always, I'll read the full page, and then we'll go through it line by line. Nam fontēs adiēns, ubi Lipia nascit ramnis, reperet ex ipsa numerosas ginte catervas, illic collectas, humiles veniam que precantes, quod non servasent anno promissa priori. Cum vero Carolus clemens ignos gradilis, cum plures Domino se Christo crede revele, spondentes simulacrorum, que relinquere cultus, purgari iusit sacri baptismatis unda, servande quiterum fidei promissa recepit, obsidibus firmata datis, quibus ipse volebat, Eresburg iterum firmat munim in forti, et iuxta fluvium quem Lipia diximus ante, castellum condens aliud, cum plevit utrumque, militibus lectis, tum Gallica rursus ad Arva, regrediens hiemes tempus transegit in aula, nomen Heristali dererat qui barbara lingua. So now, coming to the fountains, or the headwaters, where the Lipia River is born, and the Lipia, in modern times, is called the Lip, or the Lippe, in modern-day Rhine-Westphalia in Germany. He found a catervas, which is a crowds. He found crowds, numerous crowds, out of the same people, ex ipsa gente, having been collected there. So what are the crowds doing? They're humiles, they're humble, que veniam precantes, and they are seeking lenience. They're seeking grace. Now, what's another word for that? Indulgence. Quod non servasent anno promissa priori. Because they had not kept the promises of the prior year. When Clement Charlemagne forgave them, and the subjunctive here is just because it's in a cum circumstantial clause here, many of them, promising suspendentes to want to believe themselves in the Lord Jesus, Domino Christo, and to relinquish, so this goes with promising also to relinquish the cults of the simulacra. So you could translate this as worship of idols. That'd probably be better, but the cults of the simulacra is kind of cooler sounding and perhaps relevant to modern, AI developments, cults of the simulacra. He ordered, so Charlemagne ordered, them is implied here, to be purged with the wave of sacred baptism. So that's a poetic way of saying that the ones that wanted to be baptized, he commanded to be baptized. And I think there's a little historical note. Sometimes people think of Charlemagne's Christianization of the Saxons as being some sort of totalitarian thing where he's going, house to house and forcing people to get baptized. And at least in this passage, we don't get that. He beats them militarily when they're attacking his own people or disrupting the peace that's already been set up. But then when they ask for forgiveness, he's giving it to them. And it's the ones who say that they want to believe in the Lord Christ and to leave the cults of the idols that he orders to be baptized. And he received, again, iterum, the promises of keeping faith So we've got a genitive gerund there from servare, of keeping faith. And the promises are confirmed with hostages having been given, which he himself, meaning Charlemagne, had wanted. So he's gracious to them. Instead of killing them all, he lets them be baptized. But he's also not stupid. He also requires them to give some hostages as at least part of a guarantee that they'd keep the new treaty. And then he takes some more concrete steps here, as we'll see. He strengthened Eresburg again with strong fortifications. So we've got the ablative that, Muni Forti. And next to the river, which we called Lipia above, or before, so just referring to this river. It does feel a little jarring to me that the first person is used occasionally here. It seems to me that this is probably mostly to fill out the meter rather than to say anything extra. Because, yeah, it's the river Lipia. So Charlemagne building another fortress or another castle. He filled both, so Utrumque means both the new Eresburg castle and the one he just built, with chosen soldiers. Then, returning, we're getting lots of these singular nominative participles, the adiēns, returning. Again, Russus, ad Arva Gallica, to Gallic fields. So he's going back to Gallia. He carried out Transegit, the time of winter in a court to which the barbaric language had given the name Heristale. And this is Herstal, which is a city in modern-day Belgium. So we'll pick up with the narrative in the next video.